My name's Jackie Thompson, Contemporary Cakes, Daisy Hill. When I was probably about 8 or 9, I have 2 younger brothers. I was 7 when one was born, 9 when the other one was born. Both the birthdays were 3 days apart, plus one of the boys was born on my dad's birthday, so I had 3 guinea pigs to make cakes for. Contemporary Cakes was originally established in the UK, and it's been going for officially about 16 years. I made cakes in the UK. I made cakes through the business that I worked for, and when I emigrated, I wanted to continue my contemporary cakes business. So my husband and son and I emigrated to Australia 10 years ago, and I came out on a skilled visa. So I'm a qualified chef and pastry chef, and I came out on those qualifications. We had a few months off to renovate our house, and then we realised, well, we better start earning some money. So I started working as a chef, and we used to have do the catering for Mount Cotton Rainforest, where a lot of people get married, and we would do the catering, and then I started making cakes. When I first came out here, I really wanted to get the cake business up and running, but you've got to build up the business, and so I had to build up the contacts and build up the customers, and then once that took about 4 years, and then one day my husband said, Jackie, you need to do your business and just do your cakes and not work chefing and then come home, and I realised he was right, so he gave me that push, and so 6 years ago I started working for myself. Lots. It will never be too many, because there's never too many. Lots of cakes. I worked it out the other day. I've actually taught 500 students since I've been here, which is kind of a little bit scary to think. I've had come into contact with approximately 500 people, taught them or shown them or demonstrated to them. So, but yeah, lots of cakes I've probably made. I made a beautiful cake last year. It was a 6-tier wedding cake. Lovely bride and groom that I made the cake for. All my brides and groom are lovely. This cake was lovely. It had some nice elements and very girly, and it was in a beautiful venue as well, and it was a challenge to construct and assemble, and it had some beautiful flowers. But in a couple of days' time, I'm doing a beautiful cake, a 9-tier cake this time for 180 people. So that probably will be my favourite cake. I think when I first emigrated 10 years ago, cake decorating here in Australia wasn't as big as what it was in the UK. And I think now with media, social media, Facebook, Pinterest, Foxtel, TV, there's so many programs that are kind of making you more aware. And I think it's getting sort of more known out there, and people now are really wanting beautiful, lovely cakes to celebrate their events, and not just like with a bit of whipped cream and a candle on top. They're actually wanting a cake that is perhaps a hobby or something that they like a handbag, or it connects with them, I consider them as edible art. I do, and it's no different from a painting. You prepare the canvas, you prepare the cakes, and then you start decorating, and then you put your stamp on. Yeah. So I do actually, but whether I could go and put them in an art gallery is, another thing. I like a mixture of what I do. I think I go stir crazy if I just did wedding cakes all the time. I love the colour of novelty cakes, and I love the connection of making a cake for a kid's party or christening or a 21st birthday. And what I found now, I'm finding that I'm perhaps doing a couple's or a 21st birthday, then their engagement, and then their wedding cake, and then now I'm doing the christening cake. So it's kind of going sort of full circle with the client. But I love doing both style of cakes, and I couldn't just do novelty cakes, and I couldn't just do wedding. I like the mixture of both, Yeah. So it allows me to be creative, and then also the colours are just so beautiful to use, So in my classes, I give everyone a step-by-step folder, and about 3 or 4 years ago, I had a group of students. We were sitting down having some lunch, and they said, "Oh, we like the handouts," and I said, "You should write a book." And at the back of my mind, I've been thinking about that. So just over 3 years ago, I started a journey, and here is my first book. It was published last year. It's really 2 books in one. It's recipes, lots of tips, chocolate mud cake, how to make cookies, cupcakes, and then the second half are 12 projects with step-by-step photography, and basically it's like having me by your side in your kitchen. So it's got lots of tips and do's and don'ts, and why not to do that, and why I do this, you know. So, and I just think it's just packed. I know I'm biased, but it's just a great book with some great information in it, you know, and some lovely designs. What I find really satisfying is teaching people that have never done cakes before, and then when they walk out with their cakes or cupcakes or cookies in the boxes, they're delights, you know. And I always say, you know, you kind of work in a lovely environment, but when you get home and open that box, you'll go, wow, I did this, you know. Yeah. And I think sometimes it's a great sort of hobby that some people then turn into like, oh, I'd like to do this a bit more, you know. You can book on my website. I have an online shopping cart, and my classes are listed for the next 2 to 3 months, and the calendar will tell whether the class is a daytime, weekend, or in a weekday. I also run evening classes, short bite classes as well. You can book and pay via PayPal, or if you've got a credit card, or I can send you the booking and payment details. The maximum in the group is 6, and that's what's lovely about my classes. They're not huge, so you get quite a bit of one-on-one in the class, and you're not sort of queuing for my attention. And you'll find that if you go on my Facebook page, Contemporary Cakes Facebook page, you'll see the beautiful end results of all what happens in the classes. And you see photographs of the students with their beautiful cakes or their cookies or cupcakes.